I have plastic in my testicles and I don't care. What do I mean? Let's get right into it. Okay. Someone posted plastic has been found in 77% of human blood samples tested. It's in our lungs, brains, and placentas. And you also have lots of research about it being in people's semen. And someone responded, I literally don't have time to worry about this right now. And something about that spoke to me so much, which is we're in this world right now where you could tell me aliens have been found, don't care. You could tell me, I just saw, actually, I think I screenshotted a comment. I really like Hank Green. He's really awesome. But I was watching one of his YouTube videos, and it was about life on Mars. And someone said, I wish the world was still a place where news like this was a big story. And that's how I'm feeling right now. I'll see these. Did you know that every single adult male has this percentage of microplastics in their testicles? And it's like, wish I could care, but I don't. Wish I could care, but I don't. I don't. There's other things that I'm going to get to. And one day, if I've gotten everything situated, I'll go to the doctor and worry about microplastics. Microplasticking it up. No, I've actually tried to start drinking out of less plastic bottles because my brother is so concerned with microplastics. And I get it. That's a weird thought. Little microplastics, but it's not about the microplastics. It's about the time and the place and the world that we're in, where Mars being a place that I guess there's a device on, or all good with the, speaking of other things we care about, we're getting a little alcohol order in, right? Oh, you might accidentally be putting microplastics in your bloodstream. I purposefully put poison in my bloodstream to feel for a second detached from this world. No, I'm kidding. I'm a pretty happy guy, actually. But still, you know, drink here and there. What am I going to do? Not? Yeah, I could not, but I don't want to. But that just really sat with me, that comment. I think you guys read it. We've talked before about the alien thing. And it's like, there was a time in my life when I would be so interested. What if aliens were amongst us? Pull up Rick Scott, would you? That would be such an interesting thing at some time in my life. I'm just going to stall until we get this photo up. At some time in my life, it would be so fascinating to see a story about who whistleblower says that otherworldly life. And it's like, I already know that. I already know there's aliens. I'm seeing one right there, Rick Scott. I feel like if Jesus, pull up Jesus. I feel like if Jesus was like, this is my moment. I'm coming back. And I'm returning to Earth to do the things that I'm planning on doing. What is Jesus doing when he gets back? Let's see. What is Jesus doing when he gets back? When Jesus Christ returns to earth, Christian belief states he will come in power and glory to defeat evil, judge humanity, restore the earth, and establish his... If you pull up one of these white, blonde-haired, blue-eyed Jesuses, this is what Jesus looks like. Oh my gosh. That is too much. That's our sweet Cole. If Jesus came back right now, I think a lot of us would go, hey, 1 second. I think he would say, hey, 1 second, we're a little busy. And he'd go, I'm Jesus, or I'm Jesus. Me llamo, right? Me llamo Jesus. And we would say, 1 second, Jesus. we're a little busy. We have microplastics in our testicles. And he would say, that's more important than me. And I would say, no, I'm with you, man. But then MAGA would be like, woke, soy boy. And they would be like, why does he look so Middle Eastern? They would say that. They would say, why does he look so Middle Eastern? Where's the blonde hair? Sexy bitch. Where's that Jesus? They'd say this. His return is often referred to as the second coming and is a central tenet of Christian beliefs. I don't know this word. What is this word?
Eschatology.
What I thought, eschatology. Key actions and events associated with his return include a visible and physical return, okay? Or the resurrection and gathering of believers. The dead in Christ will be resurrected first. The dead. Judgment. Jesus will judge all people. Defeat of evil. Establishing his kingdom. Restoration of all things. It'd be like, that's a lot of stuff. Maybe you do one of those things and then we get back to focusing on the midterms. Then after the midterms, we could do the next part. This is what we say. We say, hey, first of all, why are you Middle Eastern? Second of all, we're a little busy. We have the midterms coming up. Have you heard of it? Hey, then you know what you would have? You'd have Candace Owens doing stories about how did Jesus kill Charlie Kirk? This is what you would be seeing. You would have Candace Owens in a thumbnail going, and it would be, was Jesus in on it? And then her Spanish translated show would be, I don't know, was, Jesus S? Jesus is in on it. No. She'd be saying, hey, Jesus seems a little bit sussy. Jesus is kind of just prancing around, calling himself Jesus. I think maybe he also killed Charlie Kirk. Did he stand to gain? Jesus would be like, what the heck? I'm Cole. Look. What? And we would say, all right. Okay, we'd say, first of all, answer Candace's questions. Why aren't you asking? Oh, you're getting a little bit quiet, a little bit suspicious. And then we would say, you can do the visible and physical return, but then we need to do the midterms. And then maybe after we can hear this out, it's just a little bit, you're just a little bit mouthy. You're a little bit noisy right now, Jesus. We'd say that right now. This is the world that we're in. It would be, okay, but do you have a TikTok account? You have like 100,000 followers on TikTok, Jesus. Are we really supposed to believe that if you were the real Jesus, you would only have 100,000 followers? I don't think so. Not so fast. Fake cases. Not so fast. And so then Jesus would be like, what the heck's happening? People don't believe in me. I came back. I did a miracle. And people would go, AI. It's AI. He would go, I made water into wine again. Like I'm bringing back the old hits. I turned the fish into bread. Or I don't think that's what it was. I replicated the fish in the bread. I walked on water, and we would say, AI, Soro. What is it? Soro? Sono? What's the AI thing that makes those videos?
I think the new one's Nano Banana.
Nano Banana. That wasn't real. We don't believe it. And he'd say, I'll do it on a live stream. And then we'd be like, oh, Jesus' live stream walking on water only got 1,000 concurrent viewers. Hassan Piker's beating you in views. This is what we say. And then he would be sad and he'd be dejected and he would go home. Or maybe she. That would really throw people off. Maybe it's a she. Because, you do one Jesus male, then maybe a Jesus female. Could kind of mix it up. Or maybe it's you know what it is? Non-binary Jesus is what it is. That'll really show MAGA. Shut them up. And then non-binary Jesus goes, what the hell? No one even knows which pronouns to use for me. They're saying they is plural, but they don't say they could also be singular. And they watched me walk on water. They didn't care. I made water into wine. I did the thing with the prostitute. Not did the prostitute, but did the thing, like I healed the prostitute or whatever. I said the first stone should be thrown by the person with a speck in their eye and a log in their nose. And no one believes me. And then Jesus will go back to their home and he'll have all this extra wine that he made for everyone. He'll start drinking it. Now we have an alcoholic, non-binary Jesus. He sits down, he tunes into ABC News, and this is what he sees.
The 6'7" trend that went viral in 2025.
Yes, 6'7"!
May finally be coming to an end. Well, at least at In-N-Out Burger. Employees say the West Coast burger chain has retired the number 6'7" from its ticket system following disruptions from teens and children swarming the restaurant to film employees announcing the order number.
And he will say, hell for everyone. Or they will say, excuse me. I just mispronoun. I just misgendered Jesus. What? Sorry. They will say everyone's going to hell. Whatever the 6'7" business is stupid. They're having to retire numbers from In-N-Out because people lose it every time they read out order 6'7". That's not a earth worthy of my love. He'll see Kim Kardashian failing her bar exam again. He'll say, this is not an earth worthy of my love. What were you wanting to see this? What is this? What?
No. Cole died. That's stupid.
Oh, that's funny. I like that. That's Cole died, dead.
It's dumb.
It's our skeleton guy, just the other chair, and you move the camera. I thought that was funny. Jaden, be nice to my friend Jaden.
You think so?
I think so. Now, if there are any guys out there who are looking for love, just know that Kyle Rittenhouse beat you to it. So that's the world we're in. Look at this. He found his perfect lady where their wedding photo is with guns. All right. There is a love out. There's a soulmate there for everyone. You heard me mention Candace Owens. Talked about it on the main show. This is kind of a strange. So, Erica Kirk was like, she was calling out people who are making all these theories about the assassination. And Candace is like, what's up, guys? I just got called out and this is going to be a fun one.
Okay, super fun show today. You're probably seeing the clips, but Erica has gone off on conspiracy theorists. Obviously, every journalist out there is emailing me because it's about me. It's indirect, but it's also about me. And don't worry, in case you think it's not about me.
Why are you so happy? Can I ask a question? Okay, because some of our fans are like, Luke, hear her out. Maybe it was France and Turning Point and the Trump administration and Egypt and your mom all in on this. Hear her out. Who am I? Hear her out. And I say, okay. And then I hear her out. I tune in. What am I? I don't trust the Trump. Luke, are you saying you trust the? Shut up. I'm saying I need evidence. I need freaking evidence. You can't just say whatever you want. You don't just get to say, oh, this person looked weird, so maybe they were in on it. You need evidence. She never presents it. That's my problem. I love you guys. I love y'all. We love each other. I'm not ranting at you. I'm ranting at the world. And so they say, hear her out. Can I ask a question to those people? With love. Love is my heart. People unsubscribe because I said stuff like this. Get out of here then. I love you, but bye. And it's funny that I'll do years of work. I will let you see the best and the worst of me. I'll put my own physical body in risk. At risk. I've gone into the lion's den. 'Cause I love you. 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 'Cause I l had physical threats to my life. Because I want to do good things for you all. And all it takes is I say one conspiracy theory is not real because I don't buy into them in general. I need evidence. And y'all go, not you, not many of you, but some of you go, I'm unsubscribing. Okay. I love you. But really? Weren't we always criticizing MAGA for being really bad at presenting evidence whenever they come up with conspiracy theories? I don't care if Candace said something on an issue that you like. You still have to present evidence. I don't care if you also didn't believe the texts were real, which we talked about why that's not reasonable, but doesn't mean you could just get to buy into every single thing and be rational. You can, but it's just not a rational thing. Okay, so all that's to say, this is just love. This is us talking. We're family. We argue. I get it. Man, I'm being really flamboyant today. I get it. Okay, so then think about this. If there really is a French assassination attempt out for Candace, which she's claiming, haven't seen the evidence myself, but she's saying, and all of the world's governments and everyone who looked weird in the audience and everyone who in the media she thinks is covering up, they're all a part of a cover-up of a murder of her best friend. Why is she talking like this then? If that's all true, why you were like, guys, this is a fun one. That widow girl just called me out and I'm about to take her down. Tune in at 3 p.m. Why are you so giddy? Wouldn't you be scared? You went to Tucker Carlson's party. I don't get it. Jaden, I don't get it. I love the idea of Candace conspiracy theories about Jesus' second coming. I love that idea. What's up, guys? Jesus just called me out, and that guy is a dick. Tune in at 3 p.m. Woo! And then Tucker would be like, well, listen, I know everyone very well, obviously, who's involved here. Candace is a good friend of mine, and she knows a lot about me. And I know Jesus very well, actually, and which is true, by the way. But I'm not saying that Jesus is wrong. I'm just saying that he doesn't seem to be answering the questions that we're asking. And is it a crime? Is it a crime in God's kingdom to ask questions? It's just questions. That would be Tucker's response. And then you would have Bobby like, Jesus, I did some really dirty things. I used to do whole photo shoots for my little Bobby. I hired a whole photo shoot team to photograph my little Bobby. My little Bobby has too much microplastics in it. Can I still get to heaven? And we'd be like, Bobby, shut up. You're not even talking about the conspiracy. Focus. Conspiracy, focus. And then you'd have Biden being like, listen, folks, we got United States of America. Red, we're not red, we're not blue, we're America. Red, white, and blue. Not red, not blue, red, white, boo. Jesus. They call him Jesus in different places of the country. I knew a Mexican. Back in Scranton, there weren't a lot of Mexicans. I knew a Mexican. He said, Jesus. I said, wow. It's like agua, water, agua, Jesus, Jesus. Wow. Listen, folks. Right? And then you'd have Trump, and he'd be like, Jesus doesn't get the ratings that I do. And then you'd have, who else?
The Marjorie? Do you have Marjorie?
Marjorie would be like, I just think, I don't do a good Marjorie, but I just think that everyone needs to calm. I texted Jesus and I asked him if he wanted to do CrossFit with me. I don't know about that one.
Epstein? Do you have Epstein?
Yeah, I have Epstein. I'm dead. I don't know. I have Epstein. Ready? Hey, Jesus. We might cut that out. I don't know if that's appropriate. Obama. Listen, as Americans, we have to ask, I don't know, Jesus, if he's the real Jesus. I'm really bad at Obama. Anywho, then you would have Rogan, who would be like this.
Jesus was born out of a virgin mother. What's more virgin than a computer?
It's about Jesus.
If Jesus does return, even if Jesus was a physical person in the past, you don't think that he could return as artificial intelligence?
Oh my God.
Artificial intelligence could absolutely return as Jesus. Not just return as Jesus, but return as Jesus with all the powers of Jesus.
If you combine
Right.
Tesla's Optimus robot and the best foundational artificial intelligence model or whatever.
It reads your mind and it loves you and it wants you, and it doesn't care if you kill it because it's going to just go be with God again.
And then you'd have Rogan saying Jesus is probably AI.